Could have told them we didn't have a mail because me and Dalton got it earlier, but I thought that'd be funny to watch.
Here comes a small pee-pee gang. Oh, hell, that's my wife. It is big. It's a big one. Hope you all enjoyed that intro of my wife wasting my time not telling me that she had already got the mail for the day. But, I hate saying it, we are looking to getting into another Super Duty. Not too picky exactly on what we get yet. I love my trimmer, but actually my wife, I'm in the big massive Clifford red truck right now. It's a Johnson City Ford. Got it for a test drive and everything. Seeing if we like it, because they're like, hey man, like they're flexible on the add-on sticker over there. But I want your all's opinion on what you would do, because there's a few different options when looking at the Super Duties right now. This 23 model, I personally like the body style, very functional. I had the 2500 High Country that had the step on the bumper, just like these had the step on the bumper, which, you know, see that here in just a little bit. And then the step on the side at the front of the bed is awesome. It's not as practical for this truck because its lift is 6 inches on 37s. But at the end of the day, it is really great for if it is a regular size truck. If you got a toolbox back there or anything, and you don't actually have to climb all the way up into the bed of the truck back there. But, so this one right here, this was a $75,000 truck without any of the add-ons. And the company that the Johnson City Ford uses, with all their add-ons and everything, it bumped it. It looks like $20,069. So that puts us up to a $95,000 truck. Now, granted, I believe Johnson City Ford said that they were good with coming off the sticker some just to get the thing moving. But, so it has a 6-inch lift, 37s, 20-inch off-road wheels, non-bead lock, just make sure that's clear. And this is an XLT. Because most of the time I look at something Lariat and above just for some of the finer comforts I drive 30,000 miles a year almost. But it does have the big thing that I prefer, the big massive display there. And something that I actually truly love, which you can't get in the higher packages, I like the bench seat. With this option right here, technically we could get rid of my wife's Explorer ST for a Mustang or a sports car. She really wants a GT500, but those cost way too much for it to be a daily driver and her curbing it and everything. So, but anyways, I like the idea of the 6 seats. I'm a big fan of it. Yeah, you don't have your big, massive console here, but I mean, you still got a little room in there. If you need to squeeze in extra people, you can. And then, even though it's an XL, we still got the upgrade sound system. The thing I've noticed from my trimmer, since it's the higher package, these are all blacked out. They're not all shiny with chrome on them and everything, but no electric pedals down there for movement. It's not an electric steering wheel to where you can move. All you can do is up and down. You can't, I think, was it telescope it? And then no heated steering wheel. Notice that because it was colder this morning. And other than that, though, and just having a big massive console here, which I don't really use anyways other than putting my drinks in. And all the Super Duties still have this, so that's different for me coming from a 150. But other than that, everything else is just basically the same. There's nothing really different, because if you want to go get a nice opted out Lariat, no sunroof and solid piece of glass back there. So you lose those two things, but yeah, every once in a while we open up our panoramic in the truck or the Explorer. But honestly, it's very rarely used. It's used here in Tennessee for maybe 2 months of the year that's hot enough, but not too hot to leave it open and not need some AC blasting with kids in the car. So that's not that important to me. But if I went to go get the Lariat version of this truck, no lift kit or anything, it would cost just as much. And this lift, wheels, and tires also has a warranty on it. 3-year, 36,000 mile warranty, which I wouldn't get if I were to buy like a Lariat version and do it myself. But then there's another option. So the other option on this aspect is I could go buy a used 22, because I know a lot of people love the 22 body style a whole lot more than this. And the only difference between the 23 and the 22, well, this one's a 24, is honestly the body. All the interior stuff and everything, you can get the same package. But there's also a used 22 Platinum trimmer for sale down at a different place. I love using Johnson City Ford, and they're the only ones I want to use. I went there for a used 22 is what I went there for, but they have nothing available that's not an XL. Or, yeah, that's all that's on their lot right now. So I can go buy that. It has 60,000 miles on it, but it's a 22, everything possible in it, and it's also 17,000, 20,000 cheaper than this truck. So that's some of the things to weigh out, but just kind of curious, quick short video, what you guys think, because my wife actually loves this truck, which is crazy. Hates driving the F-150, but loves a 6-inch lifted on 37's F-250. Like, what in the world? It just baffles me. But I'll do a walk around of the truck, just give you a better idea of what all's going on here. And I was honestly kind of waiting because I pulled into a big, massive open parking lot, and all of a sudden cars have showed up everywhere. And then you just get all the people pointing like, what's that guy doing? What's he doing? So anyways, but hypothetically, if this is not our option, it is a Johnson City Ford, and they're willing to make a deal on it. So, and that's another reason why we decided to take it for a good test drive, because they are offering it for a substantial good deal off a sticker. So that's one thing, but you do lose some of the convenient things. And I've also realized for the very few miles I've driven it, it has not moved off of 10.5 miles to the gallon. Which, you don't buy a truck like this for fuel mileage by any means, but it's 10 miles to the gallon. That hurts. Especially being the diesel's more expensive, and this is the regular 6.7. It's not the high output. It's not the high output. That's why it's 75, and I don't know how much of an upgrade the high output is, but I do know 23 platinum trimmer package right now with the 7.3 gas motor is for sale used at $90,000. And I would absolutely pick this 100% over that, because you get the diesel, you lose a few bells and whistles, but you don't need a trimmer package if the truck's already lifted. It's not really going to benefit you in any way, unless you're truly taking it off-road and there's a few extra, trail assist and all that stuff on there. But let's get to the outside, check out the truck, see what's your all's opinions? I mean, it's a sweet truck, and I've enjoyed it for a little bit of time I got to drive it. But at the end of the day, practicality, I took it through the small town of Jonesboro, and my gosh, that was rough. But let's check it out. And one of the things some people probably wouldn't like is this tan, or whatever color you call it, desert. But honestly, it doesn't bother me too much. And I've not been a big guy for the red trucks anymore, but the black and red look so good together. And it does have the amp steps. A lot of people hate the front end. As long as you've got the LED headlights and everything like this one has, which you have to have the higher XLT, but correct me if I'm wrong, higher XLT for that. Still have the 360 camera and everything on it. So it's got all your sensors and everything that you could want. It's just a matter of, it's a big truck. I'll post some pictures here at the end of the video to show you like how big the truck is compared, or you can check out our Instagram, the Boosted Fam, and we've got a picture on there to show you that it makes my my F-150 trimmer, which it is a trimmer, so it's just a little higher than a regular F-150. It makes it look absolutely tiny, like it's a little toy. It's ridiculous. But personally, I'm a big fan. Big fan. XLT 250 and Apex. It's a company that knocks this stuff out for Ford, or at least my Ford dealership. And here's the actual sticker for you. Here's a perfect example. F350, which is a 350, not 250. 4,000 miles on it, used as a 23, while that truck is a 24. Sitting just under $90,000 used. So that is just one example of, believe Johnson City Ford could be talked down to that same range. And if you are somebody that lifts your trucks and has all that stuff, yeah, you don't have the big, nice, fancy center console. But other than that, you almost got all the same stuff. And all the work's already done with the warranty.